Hello, Sita Christian. Hello, Sita Christian.
Hi there. Sorry, just give me a minute. I seem to be having some problem with my camera for some reason.
No worries, take your time. Camera is a little. You want to take? No, is it?
I am back. I'm okay now.
Yes, you're perfect.
Are you able
Hello.
to hear me well?
Hello, Sita Christian. It was a pleasure and honor to have you on this board, on this prestigious global virtual platform. Thank you for being with us. Before we start our session, please go ahead with your briefing.
Ladies and
You're
gentlemen,
breaking
let's
up a little
welcome
bit
our
for
next
me.
keynote speaker, Sita Christian. Sita Christian is a technology leader with 22 years of experience in technology delivery, strategy, and transformation. She excels in managing complex projects and achieving cost savings. Sita is passionate about driving change through human-centered design and agile methodologies, fostering innovation and collaboration. She values developing comprehensive roadmaps, managing risks, and ensuring regulatory compliance. As a leader, Sita enjoys making a positive impact on individuals and teams, focusing on growth, collaboration, and success. Her passion lies in driving positive change, delivering projects with excellence, and optimizing operational efficiency. Great, Sita. What a wonderful bio. So, the stage is yours. Please go ahead and rock the stage.
All right. Thank you very much for the invitation. Are you able to hear me well? Hi, everyone. Are you able to hear me well? Can I just get a
Yes,
confirmation?
we
All
can
right.
hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me just share my screen. Give me a minute, please. I hope you can see this. Are you able to see it?
Yes, we can see that.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. A very good day to all of you. My name is Sita, and I am very
Hello, Sita. Hello, Sita ji. You need to unmute. We cannot hear you.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, please.
All right, excellent.
Go
Sorry
ahead with
about that. All right, very, very quick introduction. Again, I'm not sure how much you've heard. I wanted to just quickly introduce myself. Today, I'm going to very much speak about breaking barriers. And it's very important to break those barriers because you're going to see how breaking that inner barrier is going to help you as a person. So, just a quick introduction about myself. I am a mother of three, a 20-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 13-year-old. I am currently heading functions change and transformation in Standard Chartered Bank. I've been working in the bank for about 13 years now. I have about roughly 20 plus years in both technology and business, looking at strategy, looking at delivery, looking at transformation. And I've led multiple projects, yeah, from portfolio to programs to projects. And I've actually been to various countries and I've set up those countries in Poland, China, Malaysia, and various other countries as well. Now I'm settled in Singapore very happily. I'm also a certified coach. both executive leadership coach and life. I have actually mentored, as of today, 100 women in both career advancements as well as life. And that makes me happy. And that's one of the passion that drives or fuels me. I also hold a master's degree in business administration. I'm certified in various technologies like analytics, data science, cybersecurity, cloud, etc. This is just a little bit about me. But what I would like to sort of bring your attention to is the next slide. This is my journey. And in my journey, I have broken various barriers. I'm just showing you the journey itself. Just have a look at it. I'm just going to pause for a minute or less. This is a journey I took from the time I started working all the way to my current role. And I'm actually changing roles again. This is the next phase of my life. And I'm happy doing that. How was this all possible? I'm going to share that with you today. Now, breaking barriers is all about, to me, it's about self-discovery. Looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, the various barriers or limiting beliefs that you have. What I would like to do is, at the end of the session, I would like to leave you with a couple of tools that you can deploy to help yourself to ignite and tap into that passion that you have. And also look at some of the main elements that is going to help you move forward. Many of the ladies, many of the speakers have actually mentioned this over and over again, and I'm going to re-emphasize the power of supportive network and people, mentorship, leadership, sponsorship, as well as continuous learning. It's very, very important for you to continue that journey. I'm going to cover a couple of main points which has helped me as a person grow in my life, and that is reflected even in my family. Now, post that, I will share with you a couple of exercises that you can try by yourself as well. The first and foremost thing that I would like to basically go through is the power of supportive network. Now, it's important. I do understand there is a stigma, and there's often very much people saying, oh, we're women, or you're married, you're a mother, you have so many responsibilities, blah, 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 and everything else. But to me, in my journey, I found what really worked is building bonds with people, connecting at the deeper level, collaborating and showing your true worth, and not hiding. And community, having people who care and truly support you is crucial. These are some of the things that really supported me throughout my journey. The other one that I wanted to also share about, which was important in my journey, was the mentorship and sponsorship. Now, there's a saying that a mentor is someone who sees more talent in you and ability in you than you see yourself. And it helps, and he or she helps bring that out. To me, a sponsor is a person who would literally bring out your name when you're not there. Talks about you behind your back in a good way. That's what sponsorship. It's very important to have a mentor and sponsor. It doesn't matter whether it is life or whether it is growth, entrepreneurship, or even career, for that matter, in corporate. It's the same thing. But it is important to realize what do you really want before you reach out to a mentor and a sponsor. And this is one of the things that has actually made my relationship with my sponsor and mentor very successful. Be very clear on your ask. You need to do your homework, which is something that I'm going to share with you towards the end of the session, what kind of homework you can do to make your relationship more impactful. Get to know your mentor and sponsor as well. Drive the discussion. As a mentee, it is important for you to drive that discussion. It is also very important to be very, very polite and grateful for their guidance. Absolutely lock the perception, thoughts, and biasness that runs in the back of your mind. Because the moment you stop all these limiting thoughts and just lock it aside for a minute, you're like a fresh sheet of paper and it allows you to explore. And the amazing thing is, in that moment, you're not only curious, but you are exposed to so many things that wouldn't have imagined possible. And keep in touch often. This is the important thing that I would leave you with. The other aspect or contributor to my growth also was education. Now, there are, as you saw earlier in a couple of slides ago, I charted the path, I charted my growth. But I've charted that in my life as well for your info. I have another sheet. It is a mood board. And I've actually charted the journey of my life. And I enjoy it because looking back, not only is there ups and downs, but it doesn't matter. Everything became a skill. Everything became a badge that I have on my shoulder. And the amazing thing is, education is a catalyst. It's a very, very powerful tool that can empower you and change you as a person. Continuous learning and skill development is going to be the thing in future. And this is going to be skill-based. It's no more role-based when you're going to hiring, right? Some of the things that really helped me is I charted my own personal growth. Some of the questions I asked myself, so where am I? What have I learned? Where am I now? And what do I want to do next? And quite honestly, it has taken me a couple of days and even weeks for me to even pen this down. It was so difficult to do it for myself, but it was very easy to do it for someone else. But it was very difficult to actually reflect, sit down, connect with the inner self, and actually bring this out. And when I finally did, yeah, of course, I sort of scratched and threw away many papers along the way. But the amazing thing is, I realize the kind of strengths that I have. I realize what I have learned throughout my journey, though I had a lot of ups and downs. And that became my superpower. I would actually encourage you to charter your own personal growth. See what's happened so far. And the other one I would encourage you to do is continuously learn, because the moment you've charted and connected with yourself and done that reflection, you would immediately see, okay, this is what my passion is. And now I want to pave my path, my learning path, and I want to enjoy that discovery. And I would like to bring this in my own work. How can I apply it in my current space? This is very important. Understanding your past and your achievements, paving your learning after that, because you've already tapped into your passion. You are picking up something that you like and you're able to experiment. Once you're picked up, how can you then apply now in your current role itself? And trust me, when you actually start doing it without paying attention to the noise out there, people will see you, and they will. The other thing that made it happen for me was volunteer for the change. You know, change can come in any form, and it's really scary at times. But you know what? It's scary because I don't know what's there. I don't know what to think. It's a wide space and I don't know how to react. And because of that, I have literally told myself to put up my hands if there are any new initiative that is impacting me or my team or the entire bank. Why not put up my hand? Let me volunteer. Let me understand what's happening. Do you know the moment you actually volunteer and start getting to know what it is, do you know the fear just slowly disappears? It just evaporates. Venture into the unknown and be the first to spear the initiative. It feels scary. But the moment you're scared and uncomfortable, trust me, that is the space that you're going to grow. Because everyone else is feeling the same way as you do. Everyone does. Externally, we all look great. We all are the same inside. There's a lot of emotions running. Last but not the least, please ensure that you are prioritizing self care and me time. For me time is so important because it creates that space I need just do nothing or to do something I like. Sometimes as simple as just going for a walk, sitting next to the beach and just drinking a cup of coffee. That's it. Please make it happen. Because the moment you shut your brains off for a little while, oh my God, it just refreshes you. And the amount of positivity that you gain actually shows in your work and it increases productivity as well. So make this happen. The other thing I wanted to talk about is some of the challenges that we are facing when anything changes. Like, for example, we need to move house, or we need to find a new school for the child, or I need to buy or change my new hairstyle. Doesn't matter. Or if your boss changes, your peer changes, your team changes, your role changes. What happens? Some of the things that immediately come up is fear. Fear is really something that runs very much in your mind, and it's not you. And the mind doesn't tell you the truth here. And it literally releases the avalanche of limiting beliefs. It creates that insecurity, makes you terribly uncomfortable, and you will have the feeling of being left out or discriminated. And then it becomes an issue for you when you need to actually balance your career or family. Worst, you're not even able to say no. Now, some of these challenges do come up. And just remember this, every challenge that comes up in front of you and faces you, please remember there is an opportunity for growth in it. Try to acknowledge it and understand, what does it actually mean? Why am I having fear? What's the worst that can happen? What is causing it? What's triggering it? Can I speak to that person? Can I do something about it? Now, these are important because it's going to help you navigate these challenges with resilience and optimism. You're going to actually build that when you face yourself, right? Now, the future is here. Every minute in the future is already here. It is a very, very bright future, and there are literally countless opportunities for women. I do understand it is a journey, but every one of us face the journey in different ways. It is crucial to continue advocating equality and inclusivity yourself. We need to believe in ourselves, and that will translate into how we behave externally, where we give women opportunities. Let me give you an example. Now, I run a development team that is based out of Poland, Singapore, Malaysia, and China, and India. Now, I've been trying to find a Scrum Master for a long time, and a good one, because I work in the finance space. And in the finance space, it's very highly taxing, and even the smallest or slightest mistake tends to trigger, and it goes all the way up I'm sure you understand that and you felt that before as well. It's very painful for the team and it's painful for me. So I wanted someone who could come with the right mindset, especially with such challenges surrounding this person. This person should be able to take the reins, run, and with the positive mind, continue the journey. And you know what? I actually interviewed a number of people. Everyone came with fantastic skills and CVs, to be very honest. They were fabulous in the interviews. Some were so so. But you'll always have that balance, right? But the amazing thing is, few people caught my eye, and one in particular. And you know what that is? There's this one little young lady who has just been working for a couple of years, very new to the banking environment and era. She literally said, or she basically showed her passion. She brought her passion to the table. The enthusiasm she had just pulled me over. And I literally told her, I like you. I want to empower you, but I need to ensure that you know what you're signing up to. And you know what? She said, please trust me and give me an opportunity. I took that opportunity, and until today, she's been with me for 5.5 years now. Until today, she's doing a magnificent job. I have not heard any escalation. There's been a lot of issues. Don't get me wrong, there's so many issues. But you know what? She has zilch in terms of banking knowledge. And I hired her purely on mind, heart, and mindset. That's it. And she was amazing. Everyone eventually first saw the people who first saw her was so doubtful. There's so much of first impressions, too many negative feedback. But you know what? She proved herself. And she's still positive. We run change and delivery and transformation like as if there's no tomorrow. And yet she's very positive and she runs with everything and she lives for the day, for the minute. She's an amazing person. And I don't regret. And similarly, this has given me more motivation to hire women whom are not as skilled or may not have background, but they're excellent women. They have the heart. The heart is important. The mindset is important. The enthusiasm is important. The drive is important. That is all that was needed. Now, what I would like to do is, you saw my journey. Now, it doesn't matter whether it is work or life, it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you my work related journey, just as an example. You can charter your life's journey until today. What I would like to share with you is a few tools that I have applied on myself and have shared with some of the women to help them look forward and move forward. Take charge. And some of the tools I would like to just basically highlight to you. Now, if you can look at the diagram on the right hand side, now this is a scratch pad that I had, and I actually did this in my iPad, okay? The first thing I did every quarter. Now, initially, don't get me wrong, it is difficult to do it the first time, but after you have tried it, you will find that it becomes so easy and you come back to this all the time. The first thing I did was, what do I really want? What is my priority for this quarter or this week for that matter? What do I want to achieve? Or what is truly important for me? And these are some of the questions I asked myself, and I actually set aside in a quiet place without any distractions, and I literally forced myself to face myself. And out came this sheet. The first three boxes at the top actually shows what I wanted. This is actually something I did many years ago. I think about 3 years ago, roughly 3 to 4 years ago. And I basically answered myself, I want whatever of where I am, free myself of time. These are some of the simple things I've asked myself. Now I filled up the first 3 as what I want. Now the orange boxes is the second step. What is the aim? What do I really want to see? What's the outcome that I'm expecting? Out of this want that I have, what do I plan to achieve? So you fill up the orange boxes, which clearly shows you what are the things that you want to achieve. Since you know the start of where you are and where you want to reach, now it doesn't have to be the rocket or the moon or anything like that. No, we're talking about a week, maybe a quarter, maybe. Start with something simple, a duration that is simple for you. Once you have your starting point and your ending point, you can just start charter what needs to happen step by step. So in order for me to free up my time, I need to identify areas which I want to be an SME, for example. Who do I want to delegate? How do I bounce off ideas with XYZ? And what does it mean for me? So I actually charted it step by step, sort of guiding me on what I should do. And that sort of made me realize, oh, goodness gracious, I have actually created an indirect project plan that could help me come back to this plan and literally see what I need to do. So, did I do this today? Why not? And if you can't do it, don't feel bad about it. Write down what you actually did. So, again, if you did or didn't do, there's something that you did in replacement. Put it there. Now, did that help you achieve your want? Is it going to work towards achieving your outcome? So it takes a bit of practice, but nevertheless, trust me, I do this every quarter. And it works very, very well because at the end of the day, I have something so tangible in front of me because I could see how my journey has been. And I was able to charter not only my growth, but my achievements as well. And I keep coming back to it. Now, along the journey, quite frankly, you will hear a lot of noise, inner noise as well as outer noise. One thing that really helped me is to journal. I have a book. I also have an app in my phone. And in that phone, I have that is a good read. There are various other notepad journals that you can actually download, and it's actually free. So wherever I need to actually write it, I write it down. Now, I also use Otter. Otter is an AI tool that listens to your language, your voice, and sort of writes down what you're trying to say. If you're really, really lazy like I am, and I'm too tired to do that at night, so I actually voice it into my phone and it records it for me in a form of text. So it's already there. So I've got no reason or excuse not to journal. I also do that sometimes in a small little book. Whatever that reaches or calls out to me, I use it. And it has helped me overcome all the negative or most of the negative thoughts as much as I can. Now, there are 3 questions that I ask myself in the journal. Very, very simple. It hardly takes you 3 minutes to answer each question. What drained you today? That's the first question. What drained you today? Bullet points. Don't write essays and pages. Bullet points. What drained you today? Second question. What excited you today? What gave you energy? Write that down as well. And the last question is, what did you learn about yourself today? Write this for 30 days, journal it for 30 days, and you will find a nice pattern showing up. and you will discover a lot about yourself. Trust me, you would. And this is not going to seem impossible, and it's going to seem very possible after that. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come to the end actually. And thank you. Please do connect with me. You're very welcome to raise any questions. I'm very, very happy to help. And if there is anything I can do to make your journey any better, please do let me know. I'm happy to share. The last slide I will really show on the screen is very much on the skills. This is just for your info on what the future looks like. And this is the skills that people look for when they are hiring. And this is basically a World Forum documentation, okay? Thank you very much. That's it from me, the organizers.
Yeah. Hi, Sita. That was a wonderful speech, and I have been taking some important notes about, prioritizing the quarters. I like that point very well. Thank you so much for showing us some path, and the way you detail everything in the PPT. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, and uh, we have a question from our audience. What tips do you have for fostering a collaborative and growth focused team environment?
That's a very, very good question. I think the main thing right now is how do you feel about the team? How do you feel about yourself in that situation? It is very important, yeah, because how you lead is going to actually show and it's going to be an example for your team. They feel your vibes, they feel you as a leader. Now, if you have the right mindset, you can actually set the pace with your team. One of the other things that I would actually raise is to understand your team. See, there will be diverse thoughts, right? Differences. There will be negations. There will be disruptions, whatever. Hear it out. Lock your biasness away and actually write down in front of them what is the concern they are raising. Trust me, visual has an impact not only on yourself, but the person who's actually complaining or raising concerns. These are two things I can share for now. I can keep talking about it, but it is how you are inside that is getting projected outside because people do sense your vibrations. And second most important of all, most of the time collaboration breaks because of the fact that one person doesn't agree with another person. You who are there in the middle and you're basically a centered person, listen. Really, really listen. Write it down in front of the person who's raising the concern and see what happens next. It will make a difference. This is just some of the things I can share, at least for now.
Thank you. Very well answered, Sita. We will definitely make a note of these things. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sita Christian. So you can scan her QR there. You can take a screenshot of that, and then you can reach out to her for some valuable insights from her. And her topic today was women empowering women, breaking barriers. Thank you so much, and have a great future ahead. Thank you. We wish to see you in Miami conference as well.
Thank you very much, ladies, and thank you everyone for being so patient. Have an awesome day.
You too.
And good luck to all the other speakers.
Thank you. Please continue with the other sessions and show some love. Thank you, Sita. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so that's Sita. So let's move on to the next speaker, Eileen Boyle. So let's